My father was a sharecropper. We had a large family. There were as many as 20 people in my family at one point, brothers and sisters and other relatives. We all lived in the same house, and we formed about 250 acres of land. But it's I think, as human beings, we're given a survival instinct to be able to adapt. There are some of us are unable to. We become angry, we do things that not in our best interest. We commit crimes, we rob, we steal. So I'm blessed in that my father and those around me instilled in me a good, solid work ethic and an educational ethic, and to not take what didn't belong to you.
I have always recognized the strong leadership of women in my life and the roles that they have played. My mom was a teenage mom. She had decided that she wanted a better life for herself and her children. She went off and joined the military. She married my stepfather. I wasn't really raised around women who didn't have a voice. Even through all the atrocities that I've seen in my life, I still saw those same women who went through whatever they went through, even if it was raising kids alone or whatever the case may be, they still held their own and they still moved the community as well.
The Iron Triangle, to me, growing up there, again, we called it the block. But to me, it was actually kind of the East Side center of commerce. There were hair salons, there were restaurants. Of course, there was a liquor store. There was the candy penny store. As I got older, it also became the place where you knew where people hung out. That's where what we thought was the fun, but also what everyone else would consider the danger existed. It's where fights would happen, but it's also where local people would get together and congregate.
Any business I want to own here. There's about 50 different types of businesses, and they did that because they wanted to protect.
I met Rashe initially when I was working at a local credit union.
Do I have a vision? Yes.
She was fairly new to Athens to some extent, but understood the people and complexities of what was happening. So I think our first meeting, we probably just sat there and chit-chat for probably 30, 45 minutes about her hopes and dreams.
Let everybody in this room know exactly what happens if we're not doing exactly what Rashe is talking about.
Isaiah, his vision and his dream of what he wanted for the Black community specifically was always intriguing to me. He bought the block from a Black man, and so his hope and dream is that he could then sell it to someone else.
I saw myself as one of the business owners in the East Athens area. While there, that gave me a much deeper insight of what was actually happening in our communities. The drug use, the mental illness, the hopelessness, the anger, the pain, much of the same issues that I had been living with all of my life. I began to feel that I could not bring about the change that I wanted to bring there, no matter what I did. I think the timing was right for me to step back and to turn the reins over to someone else who were better equipped to reach the goals that I set for myself.
We had a conversation with Michelle Pearson and with Attorney John Clark.
So we made an agreement that I would sell her the East Athens and property, and she went out to get loans. She got approved for a loan, but they wanted a 20% down. And 20% down for her was about $100,000. And I'll be honest with you, I mean, Athens, very few black-owned businesses have $100,000 laying around. I prayed and I got an answer to my prayer, and they said sell her the property and finance the property for her. And I had never thought about doing that. So I meditated on that for a couple of weeks, and then I sat down with Rashe and said, I'll finance it for you.
It's so funny because I get on Mr. Ellison because he actually changed his mind several times. And I remember being very upset. And I remember both Attorney Clark and Michelle was like, you need to understand the dynamics of this deal and what he's trying to do for you.
You always have a sense of nervousness, I think, just because when you say closing, any type of real estate closing kind of brings some type of angst to most people. The other feeling when, with Rashe saying, I can't even believe that we're doing this for this dollar amount. Like, what? It was one of those things you just don't think is possible, that you just don't expect to happen in your life.
He told me, he's like, Rashe, I know this sounds like a lot of money. And he gave me 2 years to get financing. Everybody was more concerned about me feeling comfortable about what I was about to step into because it was symbolic. It was more than just about me. It was more than just about the money and the property.
I've given her the baton, the ball, and now she got the energy and she got the youth. She has the determination, she has the drive to take it on to the next level. And so that's what I'm experiencing now. I'm just enjoying watching her.
I just can't even begin to just, give her, I don't, just, because she just does so.
It's important to see that the East Side is alive and well, and commerce is what does a lot of that. And having something like the block still be in the hands of a black person, a black woman no less, is so powerful for me to see that happen. I think that it is allowing kids and families to see that, yeah, we can do this next thing. And that's what I hope people see and get from this transaction, that they can do it.
I think what we've done is done something to protect the community and give it an opportunity to survive and evolve. Because if you talk to people there who live there, they'll tell you this, this is our community. If we hadn't done that, some other investor would have came in and put a totally different business or something there. that would restrict people's movement and prevent people from living the life that they've been living for years and years.
Until I can start digging dirt and bringing in more opportunities to the community based off of what I've been able to get out of this deal, I think it still won't feel real to me. I put a lot of pressure on myself to want to see a real renovation happen over here. Add another plaza, grocery store, more restaurants, more brick and mortar opportunities for people who want to be able to have a business over here. People here want change. They desire it, they deserve it, and they've been told for many, many years that they're going to get it. Resilience in a community like this is the people in the community saying, we've had enough. We're not burning down our community. We're gonna build our community up. I don't wanna build it and see everybody pushed away. I wanna see it built so that everyone feels included in that opportunity. I think that is part of the legacy that this deal and this opportunity that I was afforded has given us. And that's what I believe is what we'll be talking about generations from now.